Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to what is another edition here of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. We are back. Just a quick reminder that the Brilliantly Dumb Show is brought to you by breezygolf.com. The finest hats, sweatshirts, polos, whatever you may need, whenever you may need it. It's also brought to you by Have a Day. Have a Day liquid, not just any liquid. That's golf's liquid, the one, the only. Mikey V has arrived. Joey D has
Mike, you look
arrived.
like you're going fishing. What is that?
And
Overalls?
here we go.
Yeah, no, I got to clean snow after this. I got to go right out and fucking shovel. So I just got to be prepared, bro. I got to go right out and shovel, dog.
Guy acts like he's going to the polar vortex.
Well, you know, Joe, when you never had to shovel snow a day in your life, you know what I mean, dog? I imagine I could count. You lived in fucking Canada. You're from Canada. I could count on my hand, I bet, how many times you went out and shoveled.
I did back in the day.
Yeah, how many times?
What, in the last couple of years?
No. In your lifetime, how many times would you say you've shoveled? Give me
know,
an honest answer, too.
Probably a good 10.
A good 10? All right.
Well, I mean, you got to think for years, I lived in either an apartment or like a place where I wasn't responsible for doing it. Like
what, your house?
Well, I lived in with my parents for years, so my dad would do it for many, many years.
You know what,
and
man?
by the way, we don't get a lot of snow in Vancouver. It's very rare.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like Seattle. They get a ton of rain. It's very rare we get a ton of snow.
That's pretty good because I would have thought Canada automatically you guys get hammered with snow.
No, like the East Coast, they get tons, and
Yeah,
like certain areas. But to be honest, like very many winters, we wouldn't get snow at all. So
No,
that's why.
There's a lot bigger fish to fry on this pod. But I'll say this snow situation that's going on here is ridiculous, bro. Because we're getting snow today. We're getting snow Tuesday, Wednesday, next Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
it's outrageous.
We do. We have a lot to get into. We have a big announcement that we have to get into as well. Cat's out of the bag. But Mike, I will say, I mean, you couldn't have put the suspenders on after the podcast.
No, Bob, I got responsibilities, man.
I know you have responsibilities. I'm trusting. I'm not.
Yeah, the Super Bowl halftime show to run.
Aren't you hot in that?
No, feel good. Feel good.
What is that, like a Helly Hansen's like snow, like overalls?
It's like
whoa, look at the physique.
Whoa.
Mikey's looking svelte.
Flex a muscle, Mikey. Flex a muscle.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to clip that.
We've been working hard, boys. Everybody in here has been working hard. Bob's
Joey D's lost some weight. I mean,
Perez is in the gym. I mean,
Perez is going to the gym.
2025 may be the year of Bob Does Fitness. I don't know.
Look, Perez has absolutely shed some weight. Joey D's absolutely shed some weight. We said we were going to do it, and we're doing it.
Dude, listen. I know we have big things to talk about today, monumental announcements today, but I got to say one thing. I saw the picture of Perez next to Barstool Beef.
Oh my God.
I tell you what, Perez looks like an Ethiopian next to this guy. I mean, this guy, and by the way, I didn't realize he was tall too. This guy is pretty tall.
6'6".
Get the fuck out. Are you serious?
Oh, wait, Joe,
he's like an ogre.
6'6"?
Is it? Well, that's. I mean, Jesus.
Is he 6'6", Bob?
I think he's 6'5", 6'6". He's huge.
He's definitely tall, but where do you get the 6'6"? You know that?
Bob, I'm 6'1" almost, and he's much taller than me.
Dude, he is a fucking unit. That guy. He's a unit. That guy. He's huge.
Oh my God!
Perez looked like a child next to him.
Yeah, it's somebody had a good line.
The Jared Leto line was hysterical.
Dude, we were going
through somebody said the Perez looked like Jared Leto next to him.
Jesus.
Somebody put we were reading the comments in the In-N-Out Burger drive-thru, and Perez is just in the front seat scrolling through the comments, and one guy was like, "Shit, I'm not eating dinner tonight." And he just
yo, man, that was a body, and he got bodied, bro.
He would just be like, "That stuff." Yeah. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Warm round of applause. We got a baby D coming in hot there. Had to be a boy. Was always going to be a boy. Had to be a boy. Talk to the folks about it, D man.
Well, we did the ultrasound a couple of weeks ago, came in. Actually, the day that I was leaving for Scottsdale, we called in because we were supposed to get the results, and we're like, can you look to see? So sure enough, they send it to the email. You go in and I genuinely say this, I would have been happy regardless, but I'm very thrilled. We both opened up. It said that it's, sex is male. And it's just like for the first one to be a boy, it's just tremendous. I mean, it's just really, because, say we have another one now, we're playing with house money. Because if we have another one and it's a girl, it's perfect. If we have another one that's a boy, I'm still happy. I have an heir to the DeMar name now to carry on my name for future generations.
Hell of a name to carry on too at this point.
Well, the thing is it's me and my brother are the last to carry on that name. So if my brother is single, he's having the time of his life. I don't know if he'll settle down anytime soon. And like for a long time, I didn't know. You don't think he'll get married? He seems like a family man type to me. He really is, but right now he's just, he's on
Mikey, I got the name.
No, Bob, you can't.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know the name. You know that. I don't know the name.
Yeah, we're keeping that.
But I don't know.
I heard it was gonna be Robert Michael DeMar. That's what I heard. For the good of the pod. For the
ready
good of the
for
pod.
this, Mikey? Here's the name of the boy. Okay.
Go ahead.
Dante DeMar, double D, dude.
I like
Just
that.
an app, right?
I told him I liked that name a while ago, and Bob took it and ran. But
it's a good name.
We have a couple names we're toying with, but at the end of the day, it's wild, it's exciting. The opportunity to like grow up and golf and like, I mean, the kid's gonna be better than me in golf in like 2 years. But that being said, it just to do things like that is very exciting. It's very, very exciting. I think the kid's gonna be an absolute stud. I'm real. I mean, if he's got Nicole's looks and my charisma, I mean, we're real good.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, come on, man.
I just think of like Cutsy at the playground, like with other kids. Like Dante could just shove a kid down, and they're like, Gary could be like, "Your son just pushed my son." And be like, "No, he didn't. I was right there." No, he did not.
It's gonna be fascinating, man. But I'm excited for Joe, man, and to have the boy first. I mean, I agree. As a dad, it's always like, I don't know. I know dads that I guess wanted girls first, but as a dad, like you just first and foremost, you just hope everything goes right. Cause there's people out there, man, like it's so horrible. They try and people have so much trouble, just getting there. And that's tough. But like once you're there and then you find out, man, it is really like I was so pumped when we found out our first was a boy.
Dude, I feel bad for a guy. Not that I feel bad because obviously you're gonna love your kids regardless, but like obviously a lot of the guys want a boy. But there are the parents who have like 3 girls, and then
my brother, one older brother,
they go to have another
3
one,
girls.
and then are you gonna get 4 girls?
Yep.
And again, you just you want a boy, you want to mix it up.
I mean, listen, my dad, I got 4 older brothers. My dad wanted a girl desperately. 5 fucking
instead
God bless your mother, man.
Instead, he didn't just get a boy, he got the most macho all time. Show up with suspenders to the podcast.
He got a dog. He got a dog, man.
He didn't get a boy, Bob.
He didn't get no origami fellow over here. You know what I mean? I don't fold like paper, dog. I'm a worker. But I'll tell you this. I'm so happy for Joe and Nicole, man. It's going to be fascinating to watch. It's just going to be so good to watch. Like Joe's already like saying like he's going to be into golf. Like in a perfect world, Joe, you have these ideas of like everything that's going to happen. And then they come out and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like nothing you thought is going to happen the way it happens. But that's the beauty of it. That's really the beauty of it. Is like, you don't know. It's just every day is like you don't know what the fuck they're gonna say next. It's just crazy. It's great though.
We were at the Waste Management, and there's this guy. Joe, I always get his name wrong. I always say James Kelly. It's not James Kelly. What's the guy's name?
Is
Machine Gun Kelly, Bob.
No, James Kelly's a guy in the. Yeah, that's also one, but he's a guy in the golf space. He does like freestyle rapping. He does.
That's Machine Gun Kelly.
No, he was there. No, machine.
That's a
I know what
different
you're
guy.
talking about. That's why it's
Is
funny.
the other
It's
guy you're
not-
talking about the guy who raps on the tee
Yes,
box?
yes, that's
He's
correct.
also a Kelly?
It's James Kelly.
yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
he literally said that Joe was going to be a dad. Now,
I don't know how
Joe
he-
has told me and really
I told
nobody
Perez.
else.
I told
He
Perez.
told-
I told
Before
my
the
close friends.
Before the Instagram announcement, it was me, you, Perez, and then whoever else he had
My
told
friends back
before the
home and then my
Instagram
close family. I
announcement.
didn't tell anyone else. I don't know how he was like, Joe's also going to be a dad. I was like, yo,
How
what
the fuck did he know
Yo,
that?
Mikey, it
bizarre.
was.
I
one of-
announced it the next day. So like no one still knew, but like it was bizarre. It was bizarre.
Does that concern you at all, Joe? That
concerned
there may be some loose lips. And you know what they say about loose lips? They sink ships.
I don't know.
Are you
but
at all concerned?
No, I mean, listen,
Okay.
now, I mean, we put out a big announcement. Now, the thing is with these things, like, and Mikey, like, you don't want to prematurely tell anyone because, especially the first trimester,
no.
there can be a lot of complications. So we wanted to make sure that we waited long enough.
Now to get through that first 13
get through
weeks.
that. Yeah. Now she's more than 14 weeks.
Yeah.
The baby's due August 8th. So 0808. And so, we had a time that we were planning on telling everybody, and it went really well. I think, like, I will say that, like, the amount of support and, like, very kind messages, like, because you put stuff on Instagram and social media all the time. You got guys who, they take shots or they have, like, little cheap remarks. I have to say, like, 98% of the messages and like the overall consensus of like the messages that we received were so positive. And so many people saying this is going to be the greatest thing in your life. This is going to be the best moment. And it is. And so it was like really eye-opening, but it was super amazing. But yeah, that day before that the announcement, he said that. It was like, what the?
Yeah, that's wild.
So it was really one of the why I was in shock. We just didn't have any idea how that.
Nobody even really responded to it aside from like Bob and like the guys. I think everybody I don't even know if anybody knew.
I would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dear friend of the program, Christian Kirk, was a little bit surprised who I was standing next to. He was a little shocked as well, but nobody really said it. But it really was. I have no idea. I mean, look, guy did his research somehow, some way. I don't know how, but you got to give it to him. Also, we want to take the time out to let you know that the Brilliantly Dumb Show is brought to you by the fine folks over at HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes. By the way, this had nothing to do with the flow of the podcast whatsoever. And seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy and affordable. Tired of figuring out what's for dinner after night, especially on those busy weekends? Get dinner done the easy way thanks to HelloFresh. It's easy to find time to eat well with 50 wholesome, hassle-free meals to choose from each week delivered to your door. Get up to 10 free meals and a high protein item for life at hellofresh.com/dumb10fm. That's dumb10fm. One item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied at discount on first box. New subscribers only, varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to hellofresh.com/dumb10fm. It's dumb10fm. But a big shout out to Joey D and Nicole. Special stuff, content-wise, is going to be just a fucking blast.
He's saying that this guy, that's the first thing he
No, I said congratulations.
You said congratulations, but the congratulations had to tie in with the content, though.
This guy's going to try to be at the delivery room with the camera ready.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Shoving it in the gynecologist's face. Doc, can you get me a better angle on that, Doc?
With the newborn, it's not going to be a content machine because the newborn sleeps like for a good year, Bob. You're not going to get like what you're hoping for the toddler age.
Give that baby a little time off camera.
I'm giving it to, for sure.
Give that baby a little time off camera, all right?
8 years old.
8, you think is going to be when it starts running?
No, it's good. 3 years old.
Oh,
Bob,
yeah.
be having a field.
Let me tell you, that baby, that'll be content rolling out very, very quickly. You know what? As it should be. I mean, babies are tremendous. They're tremendous.
We're going to have to pass the baton down on the Brilliantly Dumb Show the Bob to Sports baton. The account's got to go to somebody.
What do you mean?
well, like eventually the next generation's
Oh,
gonna
the
have to
next
take on.
This
You
guy's
imagine
already
if
thinking.
could you imagine if it's Joe's son Dominic and then Bob when you start getting to work
That'd
over
be
there, you know what I mean?
tremendous.
It really
Carrying
would
on the
be a
Brilliant
that
Dumb
would be
Show.
something unbelievable.
Circus, dude.
That would be
And it's like the
unbelievable.
same thing. Like my kid's
Yes.
just stirring the pot.
Yes.
Joe's kid is just doing the wild, like like Joe's kid and Mikey's kid get into it right away over being late or something. Like,
Yeah.
just some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Special time. Special.
I will say,
special.
by the way, you posted a picture of Dom the other day at that dance or something. Yo,
Yeah.
he's turned it into an absolute stud.
Yeah.
He looked
He's
like
good
$1
looking
million
boy, man.
bucks in that. But
that was like, so this is when, like, you know, he's in kindergarten now, so it's like he had the mommy son Valentine's dance. Very, very, very sweet. Like it's like it's wild, bro. He's so big now. He doesn't fit in like the shopping cart front seat anymore. Like little things, and you're like, bro, what the fuck? Where did all the time go? Where did all
Mikey,
the
have you taken
time
him
go?
to back? You haven't talked about it in a while.
Go
Have you
ahead.
taken him back to Stu Leonard's? Whatever you were
Ah,
all
that
in
was
on Stu
yesterday. We
Leonard.
went yesterday.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did.
we went yesterday, and that's the cart I was talking about. Those like the carts that look like fire trucks or police cars or like tractors. Like he used to be able. Now he fits in it, but like his knees are like my knees in coach. Like when I sit coach on an airplane, like his knees are like pushed up. He's like, Dad, my knees. I was like, yeah. I was like, but if you want to sit there, this is what you got to deal with. We were there yesterday picking out some stuff for today for Super Bowl. We're recording on.
What's
Super
the
Bowl
spread
Sunday.
look like today?
Just a lot of junk food pickings and stuff like that. It's just, again, the weather kind of threw a wrench into everything, but we were going to stay home regardless. Got some nice ice cream. Picked up
Stay
some nice
home
ice
is
I'd love to
great.
see you do some Chinese food for that Super Bowl,
Chinese
Michael.
would be something else. Gabriella did request Chinese spaghetti the other day.
Oh man.
You know, with all this talk of kids though going around, I tell you what, a couple guys that don't need any boosts in the bedroom, myself and Joey D. But if you're out there and you need a boost
We got
in
some
the bedroom,
swimmers.
okay, if you need a boost in the bedroom and you need a little pick me up out there, talk to our friends over at Hims. That's Hims Sexual Health. Hims is the one stop that you got to make, okay? When your car breaks down, for instance, you take it to a mechanic, no hesitancy. You got to take care of what's under the hood. Do the same with yourself if you're experiencing a little ED with Hims, okay? Start your free online visit today at hims.com/dumb. That's HIMS.com/dumb for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/dumb. The products mentioned are chewable, compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan, but the process can be very anonymous. It could be very, very private. You know, none of your information is going to get out there. So take into consideration Hims. Do not be afraid. Embrace Hims.
Embrace the blue.
There's a reason you got that ad read, Mikey. I just thought you would do very well with that. I really did.
This is the second time he's thrown it to Mikey.
Yeah, I get. By the way, Mikey gets the most ads. He reads it really well. He does. He reads the ads well. The best thing we ever did on this show is not the new setup that got completely bashed. That was one of the worst things. But
we got fruits.
It was a short-lived error.
That was bad, man.
It was
that
a
was
one
a
and
bad
done.
time. It was a one and done. Remember how stressed we were, Mikey? You were waiting for us. You were getting annoyed with how long it was taking. We were trying to hurry them up. That was an absolute fucking disaster.
Well, we tried it, didn't work, and we went back, you know?
Remember when Joey D got into it? We went back on for the next episode and he got into it with the fans.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes you have to try for innovation. You got to try to, you know, you don't just be complacent and just keep running with the same stuff. We tried to better the show. It didn't work. We keep it moving, but we had people coming for our throat. Like, we don't care. And you know what? This show is our baby. I'm not going to have someone slander the integrity of the individuals who are trying to put out a great product for the avid listener week in, week out. That's exactly what we did. It didn't work. You can say that, but when you start coming at us for what we're doing, you know, then you know what? That's when I'm gonna clap back.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one more natural evolution of this show is a studio one day where the three of us record in person. Other than that, you'll see the Zoom call, I would imagine, for the foreseeable future. But that would be the next genesis, in my opinion. Never know.
I
God
think
forbid,
we
people
could.
wouldn't like the studio either, those same individuals.
A studio would be pretty fucking cool. But I do think there would somehow be people who would have a problem
Could
with like
be.
missing the Zoom. I don't know what it
People
is
don't like
about the
change,
Zoom.
Bob. People don't like change.
Well, yeah, I mean that could be part of it. Fellas, I got a coffee outside. Give me 1 second. Just 1 second. Just one quick
Now-
second. I didn't
now-
want
Talk
it to
about
sit
the
out.
integrity of the show here.
Now, Joe, there has to be something said here because, you know, when Umberto or whatever that guy's name was in the Dominican, what was his name? Hector?
Hector, yeah.
Bob
Crucified me.
Bob,
Yeah.
we're gonna need a little hand up though because of the Hector stuff when Hector brought the coffee to Joe.
I was.
But that's a butler coming into
Why
a
is
room
what
to
is this?
deliver.
This-
By
what
the
is
way,
this, though?
by the way, one would argue I didn't even have to leave my own room during the show. I was still locked in. This is almost worse
Well,
because
I
you're
don't
leaving.
I don't have the courtesy of a butler to deliver the
By-
coffee.
Joe,
to
would
the
you
room.
say that you're more locked in than Bob right now?
I would say that even when I had coffee, I had it delivered to me.
Right.
I didn't leave. I
Right.
didn't get up. I didn't interrupt the process of the show. The guy literally brought the coffee to me. Whereas now he's gonna leave for some time. Go get your coffee, Bob.
Let me tell you something. I'd rather leave for 20 minutes than watch the entire Alabama game the way this guy did last week. And if you don't think the fans saw it, you're wrong about that. Because the entire time, I'd rather leave for 20 minutes than pull the stunt he pulled last week.
What last week? Well, last week I was
The
locked
whole
in.
you're watching your phone the entire time.
I think I was pretty locked in. We had a great episode last week.
Correct.
That was a great episode.
Let me go get my
It was one of our
Go ahead,
best.
Bob. Get the coffee and
Get that coffee before it gets cold, there, Bob.
We'll continue. Without Bob. Welcome to the Brilliantly Dumb Show. This is the subsect of the Brilliant. This is called the Brilliantly Dad Show. This is now the Brilliantly Dad Show.
Brilliantly Dad Show.
With only myself and Joseph Coldcuts as the only two fathers to represent the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Joe, soon to be father, August 8th. By the way, 8/8, great date, Joe.
I know it really is. It's a perfect setup date. And by the way, I'm happy to be part of this club. I know I'm not there yet, but I'm basically just received my invite.
Correct.
I'm waiting to get in.
Right. You
A lot of
RSVP'd.
excitement.
You RSVP'd.
I sure did. Yeah. And you know
And-
what? I'm going to come in lock, stock, and barrel to this club. The Brilliantly Dads. We need to set up like a little, platform for the dads.
I agree. Brilliantly Dad Show. Brilliantly Dad Show would do numbers. And, summer baby is always nice because if you get a winter baby, like you see now, my birthday's on Wednesday. It's going to fucking snow. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be horrible. Like it's you never know with my birthday. February birthdays, January birthdays, you never know. You could get fucked so bad depending where you live. I was just saying, Bob, this is now the Brilliantly Dad Show. We have a little subset. Me and Joey D. But I was saying summer birthday is really nice because like you always could do something. Like when you're February, January, it's very limited.
For the kids too, they're outside of school, so you can have all the kids over for the birthday parties.
Nice.
You go away, do something fun.
No birthday parties until he's 7, but that's
he will have a birthday party. He just won't be going to these, these huge 5-year-old things.
What is that? An iced? Is that an iced?
It's an iced oat milk, shaken espresso.
Did you say oak?
Oat milk.
Oh,
we gotta lay off those oat milks, Bob.
Oat milk's not good.
Read a big article about all these faux milks, all these like almond oat. They're really bad.
Almonds the best of the bunch. Soy's awful. Yes. Oat milk is not good for you as well.
Yes.
I think almonds the best one, but I don't even. Do you know what, Mikey? I don't even put anything in my coffee now. I just drink it black.
Drinking black, yeah. I can't do that.
I usually do, just not from Starbucks.
I got the Kit Kat creamer.
Oh,
that Kit Kat
I mean that oat milk is one thing.
No, it's horrible. No, horrible for me. No, horrible. No, 100% horrible.
I mean, busting my milk about oat milk. He's got Kit Kat.
I tell you what, that is the one like daily health vice that I just cannot kick. Like I can't. I think I have maybe these flavored creamers. I really don't, but when it comes to coffee, these flavored creamers, I don't add any extra sugar, but obviously the creamer itself is loaded with sugar. I just love the flavored creamer, man. Like I just love it.
You know what I like to watch?
It's poison. It's literally
taste
poison.
like Kit Kat though, because I told you my
it
issue with
tastes
the
like
Kit
you're
Kat.
taking a fucking bite right out of a Kit Kat.
That's so.
It's insane, bro.
Really?
It's insane. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
Because
the best one that you've had so far?
That one or the Reese's peanut butter cup. That one's unbelievable.
Oh my
That one's,
God.
but this one is like their almond joy is pretty good, but I would say Kit Kat number 2 power ranking, right?
I told
behind
you my
Reese's
issue with the Kit Kat cereal, like it just didn't taste like Kit Kat. Like it just wasn't.
That was
It-
my concern with this because I had a Snickers one and it was okay, it wasn't great.
Have you tried
this
the
is
Eggo
outrageous.
waffle ice cream yet?
No, I haven't even seen it yet.
I don't know if it's officially out. I think it's just
Yeah.
something that they put.
It's
Something to keep an
coming.
eye on. Wendy's coming
Thin Mint
around the
Frosty.
bend as well.
Yeah,
So Wendy is coming around the
February
bend.
21. Not
Is that the
Oh, right
date?
after your birthday.
February 21.
Okay, let's get into our buy or sell segment of the show. What did you see this week that you liked? What did you see that you not like? Joey D, go ahead.
Gonna sell, and it's no one's fault in particular, but it's just getting ridiculous. These people now, when you come to check into the flight, I went to Arizona. I brought a check-in bag, so I didn't have to like a little carry-on, so I didn't have to check it in.
Right.
These people now who are trying to make you check in the carry-on bag before you go in, and you have some of them who are just very chill, and some of them are very aggressive. This one guy, when I was coming back from Phoenix to go in, was like, "You can't take that on." I was like, "What do you mean I can't take that on? I brought it with me." He's like, "No, you can't take it on." I said, "Why not?" He said, "You know how they have the one spot where you can zip it up, Mikey, to compress it more?" He said, "If you don't zip that up, you're not bringing it on the plane. You have to check it."
It's supposed to be if it fits in that little metal cube thing that they have.
Yeah, but the thing is the compression of that zipper. It diminishes the size, but what, half an inch? I'm like, you're telling me that half an inch is going to be the difference between that thing fitting up there or not. So in the middle of the thing, I had to go down on my hands and knees, push the bag down and zip the thing up. And this guy has the fucking balls to tell me, I should make you zip it all the way. I'm like, yo, can we not be petty here, sir? With all due respect. I don't understand. Did you see that thing, Mikey, where they had that senator was talking to the head of one of those airlines, and they get commissioned for every bag.
I brought this up.
Yes,
I brought this up
every bag
ago.
that they get to check in, they
they
make
get a $10 stipend. Yeah.
So now you got some of these guys who are fucking going around like pushing this agenda that I can't bring this carry-on. And it's not a huge, it's not like a massive carry-on. And I just said to him, sir, I said, there's no consistency. And then meanwhile, I get into the plane and everybody's got their backpack and their other thing up here. And there's no space to put the fucking bag up.
Were you coach or first class?
I was economy. I was 16B.
I was going to say first class. They're not going to pull that shit.
But
my God, no.
Joe,
the disparity is so bad. The consistency,
there's no consistency at all.
I mean, listen, I don't know how many times we could sell airlines or the airline industry in general. God knows we've done it ad nauseum. People are probably sick of it. But it's just becoming a joke. The experience is such a bad experience most of the time. 70 to 75% of the time, it's just not a good experience.
Well, it's also too. What adds onto it is it's a miserable time. Like everybody inside is just going to be miserable because nobody wants to be flying.
Yes,
Everybody's, your day's cooked. Like. It's like being at the DMV. Everybody's already stressed, so it definitely.
I'm going to the DMV tomorrow, Bob.
On a Monday after
in
Super
the
Bowl.
snow.
Bro. Not only that, the only DMV that had an appointment for me to get in and renew my license before it expires is 2 hours away from me. That's the only one I could get.
My God,
I have a 4-hour round trip to the DMV tomorrow.
So your
I tell you what, the DMV is not.
I'm going to go to work in the morning. I got to leave early, and then I gotta go down there and come all the way back up. And then we were supposed to have my mother's birthday dinner last night, and it got canceled because of the snow, because they live down the shore, my mother and father, so they couldn't drive back.
Now, the appointment's nice. The appointment's really nice to have.
The DMV is not good.
You have to have an appointment in Jersey now.
Yeah,
to get your license renewed, you have to have an appointment.
Joey D's trying to get his ad read in. So
the DMV is not good for your mental health, but I will tell you what is good for your mental health is BetterHelp. BetterHelp. By the way, I had a listener. Shout out, I don't remember his name. He hit me up and said, thanks to your guys' ad read of BetterHelp, I actually I used the program and it's been helping me immensely. And I wanted to say thank you, which goes to show that the ads are not just ads, they're a lifestyle choice. They're an ability to help better yourself, which is why not take advantage of BetterHelp. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient. It serves over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easy switch therapists anytime, no extra costs. So why not use it? Discover your relationship with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/BDS. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BDS to get 10% off your first month. Help us help you with BetterHelp.
Help us help you.
Yeah.
We can't help you if you don't help us.
Yourself.
Correct. Correct. Now, so Joe, what with your buy or sell? What's the buy or what's the sell?
I am selling the inconsistency of these airlines when it comes to these carry-on bags.
Okay, so you're selling.
Yes. Bob, in life, you gotta have, like, I always say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You have to have consistency, and there's no consistency if it's like a run-of-the-mill. What you get with one is different than the next, which is different than it's got to change, man. It's not okay. And by the way, they keep jacking the cost of flights up every fucking year. It's more and more expensive, and you're getting less and less service. It's just, and I'm not blaming, like, I'm not coming at like the people who work there, because Lord knows they got to deal with a lot of shit. But like, you're telling me the difference between me being able to bring my bag on the plane is to zip that little thing up. And by the way, you know what his excuse was? Is that they had some guys from the FDA or whatever who were checking, and that they could get sued tens of thousands of dollars. It was just preposterous, man.
We'll say I saw that senator rip into that guy. It was like the CEO.
Oh, it was great.
I sent you that, didn't I? The video.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Great to
Maybe
see that guy. Light him up.
He killed him.
Dude, those meetings, I don't know exactly what those are, where people, like, it's every week somebody new is on the stand.
It's like congressional hearings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if each of us had to go on there and they just rip us about that'd be bad, man. Oh, I'd get fucking
That's like, so those are kind of like, they're like celebrity roasts, but like they're serious. You know what I mean? It's like a celebrity roast, but like it's actually very serious. As opposed to a roast, which is supposed to be in good fun. So you get roasted, but it like could have a major impact on society or yourself, which is
that person's job.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
My dream is to get roasted, like to do like a roast with all of my friends.
I mean, that's very easily arrangeable, I think.
I think so too, but it's like, if I set up a roast for myself, it's one of the biggest egomaniac moves of all time. You can't do it.
Somebody else have to do it. Put together a good dais. We'd have a great dais.
Right.
It would be a really good dais.
Right. Who would host that? Michael?
I mean, Jet really should be the one to host it. Jet would
be phenomenal. Nikki Smiggs would be good at hosting something like that.
He would be very good. Yeah.
He'd be on the dais for sure.
He's been posting all these old Brilliantly Dumb Show Patreon clips that we had been talking
about. It's a Brilliantly Dumb Show.
Hey, Brilliantly Dumb Show. Joe mentioned the inconsistency thing. I think I've said it before, but I think one of the biggest things that people overlook is consistency. I say it all the time. Consistency in restaurants is a big thing. Going to a place and expecting something. Think of those lunches you go to a lot of the times, Mike. You have what you're expecting. Yeah. If you get something different, that's a big thing that, So
yeah, that's especially like you go to, the thing with me is the chain places. If you're gonna have a chain restaurant or a chain, I always say it about Dunkin' Donuts. It's like, if you go to certain Dunkin' Donuts, like, I know it's gonna be so much better than this Dunkin' Donuts, and that's fucked up. I'm ordering the same exact thing, but it's so much better at location A than location B, and that's a problem in the chain.
Yeah. I would love to see airports have better food, like consistency, like, the to-go sandwiches. Like, when is one place going to step up to the plate and just be, but sometimes you're so hungry, or if you're going on a connector that you have to snag.
The airport restaurants, just not it normally.
The pre-made stuff is such a turn. I can't get over a mental hurdle with that stuff. It just is like.
But sometimes you have to, if you're going on a connector,
I get it.
But it's never good. Somebody's got to step up. Some chain has got to step up and do these to-go rests, but make them really good ones. Somebody's got to step up to the plate. Buy or sell, I'll let it rip. buy something that I wasn't in on in the beginning. Joe, you know this, that I'm very much in on now. I think is unbelievable. They do one thing and one thing only. Give me the buy on Raising Cane's and that Raising Cane sauce, man. I wasn't a big chicken tender guy. So I just thought, just what's so funny? What?
Bob, you flip-flop on some of these things so much. Bob used to be so anti Raising Cane's. Used to say, how can you only have one thing on the menu now that, you're going to do one thing, do it great. Like sometimes it's like fine if you're like in between or you're honing between the middle, but he has either like such a hard no or such a hard yes.
Fair. No, it's fair. I was
say,
very out on them.
I'm going to say something. At this point in the lifespan of this show, okay, it happened to me this week. In the lifespan of this show, it is going to get very impossible not to contradict yourself on something and get caught for it. I got caught this week. So I'm gonna go.
It's going ahead of it,
I'm going hand up. I'm gonna go hand up on it. I sold the doggy and the baby voice. I find it horrific. Okay, and then really dumb show tracker, of course, found this guy
sees
who
it all.
He
it's
found
like the eye of Sauron.
It wasn't him. It was somebody else. But he put it out there because he's got the following of me doing the doggy voice to Joey D's dog. Now I'm going to say this.
Now my dog's very cute.
Very cute dog. I play up to the show, but I'm going to tell you this. If you've ever seen me in public speak to a dog, I speak to a dog the way I'm speaking right now. I say, hey, dog, how you doing? Hello, dog. Hello. So, I mean, if you catch me out in public, then you could talk. On the show, I get it. You got me. Hand up accountability. But, Bob, going back to that, the lifespan of this show, ultimately, we are all going to get caught in the wrap-up of a contradiction here or there. It's just the way it goes. And things change. I mean, maybe he doesn't like Raising Cane's one day, and now he fucking likes it. I mean, things change.
But here's the thing, Mikey. We know Bob, right? If Bob has a couple good experiences with something, he is all in on it.
Yeah, I like that though, because I'm pretty much the same way.
But he will keep going to the well. Like if Bob finds something that he likes, he will hit it every single time. Yep. And then if he has a bad experience, he's kind of like his dad like this. If he has his bad experience, all of a sudden he goes from all in to, these guys have got to be better. And then it's on the other side. By the way, last night, his dad, I had us in tears. This guy brought a parchment paper, a yellow parchment.
It's not a parchment paper. The guy had a pad of paper, man.
The legal pad.
I tell you what, that paper should have been burned because it had nothing but losers on it.
He got rocked.
And normally he's great.
He got rocked. He got rocked.
Business.
Well, you can tell. You can tell. To be honest with you.
He was not thrilled.
No, me and Joe started. Me and Joe were giving him a hard time. We did it on the stream yesterday, and at first I thought he would take it really, really well, but you could tell it stung because he feels bad that we're losing money. But he really did. It was bothering him that we were losing, but it was funny. I mean, because he shows up with the legal pad for the UFC, big yellow pad, and he just could. And Joe's right. I mean, he's usually really good with his picks. He didn't have it last night, and he was getting rocked.
I think a lot of people got.
I was giving him a really hard time last night, and I think it stung on him. I think it did.
Well, because normally he takes pride. Like when we watch these UFC fights, he comes in and he has like these picks, like second round this, but it was all gone awry. So normally he's going from like a part where we're like, all right, Mike, let's go, and he likes that to like. This was the opposite end of the spectrum, and my God,
and Mikey, he was so excited. Like he showed up, he had like his Chardonnay, and like he's so excited for the fight, and he's breaking down why this guy is gonna win. This guy doesn't have conditioning. This guy. And then he rattled off an 0 for 7 and got out of there faster.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. UFC is so volatile in terms of betting. It's just so volatile. Like everyone and their mother that I spoke to that watches UFC was on Tatiana Suarez yesterday.
Yeah, she looked unbelievable.
Everybody I'd spoken to, and that Zhang Wei Li, man, she's like, this chick's like a fucking robot. She's like a robot. Joe
Dude,
Joe
got-
had me fucking in tears laughing with Zhang Wei Li because he was like, "This girl's unbelievable. This girl's unbelievable." I was like, "Yeah, she's a Hall of
Well,
Fame
no,
fighter."
because we had the other girl, and I was saying she's a legend. I was like, wait, what do you mean she's a
Yeah,
legend?
she
I
is.
knew
She
I knew that
is.
she was a champion. I didn't know that she was like one of the greatest to ever
One of
do
the
it.
greatest to ever do it.
Yo,
Yeah.
this girl's
Yeah.
stamina. She was like this
She's a
girl. This
robot.
Suarez is
She's
like one of
she's
the
like
best
the
wrestlers.
Terminator. Yeah.
She couldn't get her down.
No.
It's amazing.
And she
She's
doesn't
too
get
slippery.
tired. She was just like round
Robot.
five. She was like
She's
going
literally like
nuts.
the Terminator. Yeah.
They compared
Oh,
it to
God.
that Marab fight versus Usman. Like the conditioning on these people is some of the most fascinating.
Oh my God.
It really is just insane. I mean, to be throwing the way that they're throwing, and I mean, to be as tired as they got to be, and have somebody trying to kill you when you're that tired.
Oh,
Well, that's what they said too, though. You always like, and you know what? Hindsight is 2020. I think about it because I had Suarez also, and I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, you stupid fuck. You know why? Because like she had never fought a 5-round fight yet. Because it's a
Yeah.
championship fight.
Yeah.
That is such a different animal having to go from 3 to 5 rounds in UFC if it gets there. Like that is those extra 10 potential minutes are fucking like this girl's not used to that. And fucking Zhang Wei Li, she's been living in that arena for years now. That's her wheelhouse.
Bob, it reminded me when we were talking to Jersey Jerry about the stamina when he did the rough and rowdy thing, and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
God. Him and
Jer.
Nadu.
yeah,
Oh,
Jer,
man.
were you worried about the conditioning going into the fight? He's like, no.
Oh,
What did he
no,
say,
no.
Bob?
He's like, Jerry, like, did you think that you were going to be like conditioned with the training and whatnot, with how much you trained? Oh no, Bob. He's like,
He's like, I was smoking a vape before the fight.
I was gonna say he was hitting a vape pen on the speed bag in the gym.
Yeah.
He was gassed 30 seconds.
Well,
into
with
that
the
thing.
guy he was training on like the heart of Newark. So like,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
know
he
the
was
gym
gonna
he
have a
was training
shot.
at. I know the gym
Really?
he was training at. Like that's legit. Like it's legit. Like
Bro.
I thought he was gonna kill that guy.
We got a guy that we bet on all the time. Guy's name's Dustin Jacoby. He won a big fight for us last week. It was the most embarrassing thing. He couldn't get into the bar. I had him come by. We were in Scottsdale. He was coming to meet us at the bar. We
They
bet
wouldn't let
him
him in.
every
Why?
fight. He's a big Bob, the sports guys and everything. They wouldn't let him into the bar.
Why is
Because
that?
they said that they were making last call. So I went out to try and get him into the bar. I felt
Right.
terrible.
That's when you do
Right.
the old hand him.
He's a
hand him
UFC
some-
guy?
I tried to hand him $100.
He's a
So I-
UFC guy or no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's UFC.
yeah.
Okay.
Name is Dustin Jacoby, friend of the program. I felt terrible. He went like 30 minutes away.
Bob,
So
didn't you say you could see him he still had bruises from his last fight?
Yeah, yeah. These
Dude.
guys are just
It's
amazing.
You see what's his name's face? He's gonna be fucking mangled
Who?
for a long time. This guy who
Strickland?
No, last night.
Strickland got his nose broke. He
no,
looked terrible.
not Strickland.
Bellator?
Brazilian guy. Yeah.
That's
Bellato.
the guy we
Bellato.
had. Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna
another
be
one.
fucking chewed up for a while, man.
But
How about
these
this other
guys-
guy though? I'm a bit Taliesin Teixeira, bro. 6'7".
Oh my.
He's a big
He
old
ended in
boy.
30 seconds.
Yeah, he's undefeated. He knocks everybody out in the first round. He's a fucking grizzly bear, the guy.
He
I
looks
love
like
this
he
guy.
doesn't look human. He looks like he's like some kind of hybrid.
Yeah.
Joe, if we would have won that fight, we would have went nuts because there was a time where he was coming back. That Bellato I'm talking about.
Yes,
was coming back.
yes.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he held tight. He fought the Jimmy Crute.
Yeah,
Yes.
that big old Australian with the mullet.
Yeah, we
yeah.
just got taken to the cleaners, man.
It was a tough night last
And
night.
my dad, when it was over, when we were like, all right, we're done.
He disappeared so fast.
He got out.
Bob's like, all right, we're gonna end the stream. I look over, I'm like, where's your dad? He's like, he's gone. I was
Well, that
like,
was a late night too, though. No, Bob, like that's a late night.
he slipped through the cracks, Michael. Like you
What's
would
the normal Mike
Oh,
Berger
my-
bedtime on like a regular night? What's his regular bedtime?
probably
He's in
9:30.
bed by he's in bed by like he's in bed by 9.
I was gonna
for
say,
sure.
so I mean that's like
No,
really.
but Mikey, he just he vanished like a ghost.
Yeah, he did. Now, mind you, we didn't stay up till the main event. I mean,
No,
it
we
was,
left.
Yeah,
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because you know
Yeah.
what? We were just getting taken to the cleaners. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
nothing left.
I came late. Thankfully, Bob had like multiple flights before I showed up, and he was Bob was like, Mike. At one point, he's like, we're doing okay. Bob looks over. He's like, Dad, we're 0-7.
He was trying to keep positive. He was.
He's
He
like, well, I
just
had to fight to not go the distance. He's like, it just went the distance.
yeah. He had a tough look. He'll be right back on the saddle.
Hey, even
for
even
sure.
Ali got knocked out. So you know
He
what?
did.
Even the greats had their losses.
When
Yeah,
we
that's
said,
right.
okay, that's our last fight, he was out of that door fast, man. Really, really fast. But I am buying Raising Cane's. And
Yeah. Back to that.
and the sauce,
Good old Texas toast.
I thought that Chick-fil-A sauce was the #1 sauce. I think Raising Cane sauce.
Really?
I do, man. I think that's
Wow, what a
is
180.
done.
What turned the tide for you?
Me and Prez went there before you got there. He's like, "You want to go to Raising Cane's?" I was like, "I do." They lightly bread the tenders. The only thing is, they got no dessert option. So if you only want to have the chicken tenders, how do you not have a dessert option?
I mean, Bob, really? Who fucking cares? Like,
What do you mean? Who cares? You don't go to Wendy's.
I mean, who cares?
Bob
What-
is a huge dessert guy. Like
I
he
know,
loves.
but I mean, like, is that
what-
all right? I get it. What you're gonna say, like, you go to Wendy's, you want the frosty.
Right.
I appreciate and I get that, but like a fast food place not having a dessert option wouldn't necessarily, to me, be a deal breaker. Like that would not be a deal breaker.
No,
why I
it's
wouldn't
not
go
at all.
there.
No,
You know what I mean?
not at all. I
Oh.
agree with you, Mikey.
Oh, that
I'm not.
bothers
Is that a
I-
deal breaker for you?
Not a deal break. I'll still go, but I would like a nice treat after.
Well, it's clearly not a deal breaker. He's buying it this week,
Yeah,
so I mean,
yeah.
he's clearly in.
Yeah.
But they do one thing and one thing only, and they do it really good. By the way, the Texas toast, if you
Texas
dunk it in
toast,
that sauce, it's really
Everyone
good.
talks about that.
And
too.
they actually have the best sweet tea in the game. And
He's
I'm not like a
tea
huge
guy.
I'm not a huge sweet tea guy. Every time I go there, I get their sweet tea. It's unbelievable.
I'm not a tea guy, but watch me buy sweet tea next week. Yeah. All right, folks, if you're looking for a little bit of an edge to relax a little bit, settle down, we want to introduce to you Lucy, 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy Breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken up to release extra flavor and hydration. Set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/dumb, lucy.co/dumb, and use promo code DUMB to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co/dumb to get 20% off your first order today. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Onto the program we go. Mikey, did you do your buy or sell?
I did not. We got
Go ahead.
derailed here today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell a quick buy on that Taliesin Teixeira guy, UFC. Quick buy.
That's a quick buy.
Selling, and this has been bothering me for as long as I could really think about it. Public restrooms that don't have paper towels. That's an air dry only option for your hands. I just don't know why we continue. Like, it's a cheap way out because you install that air blower once. There goes your expenses to have to use the paper towels. But that air blower is an absolute disgrace.
Liability.
Germ spreader. It makes things dirtier than it was beforehand. Half the time I go and I take half the roll of toilet paper, Bob, to dry my hands. I'll take half the roll because the toilet paper is bullshit, one ply. I'm a problem. Okay.
No, but you're the problem.
I got to dry my hands, Bob.
But you can't take half. That's why they then go to the air dryer because they just got to keep rolling through. Like that's part of the problem.
No. If there's no paper towel, I go to the toilet paper and take half a roll of toilet paper to dry my hands.
I see what you're saying.
Because the air dryer doesn't do.
By the way,
the
the paper towel dispensers that they have now take so long to dispense
They
one
do.
sheet
They
that
do.
you're standing there.
They give you
Oh
this
my
much.
God!
You
You got to
like,
wave
what
your
are
hand
we
under it again.
doing
You got to
here?
That
wave your
is
hand
true.
under it
Yeah,
again.
that is absolutely. And the soap dispensers have no accountability anymore whatsoever.
That's right.
They got to get back to the drawing board for the public restrooms.
Public restrooms, it's like everything was fine. And then when the automated stuff came out, they were like, well, should we put out an automated soap dispenser, an automated sink so you don't have to touch anything, an automated paper towel? Oh, well, now we're going, we're going green. So the paper towels got to go. So now we're not going to have paper towels anymore. So now we're going to install the air dryer. Is the air dryer a push button air dryer? Or is it a sensor air dryer where you put your hands? They are so fucking lost. The only good air dryer, I will say, have you ever gone into a place with that Dyson?
Just say where you put it.
That's a nice hand dryer. That's a nice hand dryer.
But it never.
That's a nice hand dryer.
It is, but it never fully like you don't go out of that feeling like my hands
you
are dry.
Never, ever, ever have dried hands from an air dryer.
No,
ever,
they stink.
ever. Just put the fucking towels back in the public restroom. It could be a one ply. I don't need Bounty. I don't need Bounty.
You're not gonna get Bounty.
I know I wasn't, but I'm just saying. Yeah,
they
but
give
Bob,
you that cheap recycled paper,
yeah.
that brown
underrated,
shit.
How about this underrated thing? And we talked, Joe, on Sportsman a while back with what's his name, the Stoner. How he took the paper towels from the White House bathroom in a nice place.
They have the
nice restaurants. You know those like thick napkins.
Yeah,
those are real nice.
Funny where one of you guys were like, if I went to the White House, like I would take the toilet paper, and he's like, I did.
Yeah. I said I would have took White House.
Shout out to Stoner, man.
Stoner's good dude.
And
but yeah, again, like you go to those nice restaurants and they have those like thick, bountiful napkins in there.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I mean, that's nice for your hands. I'm not expecting that. Give me a one ply, the shitty brown paper towel where like it's the gigantic roll and it's dog shit. Like you can't sop up it.
When they have
it's still
that
better
nice
than the
stuff,
air dryer.
When they have that nice stuff, typically they have an attendant in there handing it out too.
That's by the way.
I don't need the attendant.
Bob's a big fan of the attendant.
Well, I love the lollipops. I love the lollipops, like the blow pop selection, the spray cologne. I like that. But
that's like and like clubs and stuff.
Yeah, it's just such an awkward thing, man. It's just so awkward. All right.
Bob's recent thing is he's done this a couple times now. He'll come out of the bathroom and instead of getting one of the blow pops, I don't know if how much he's giving the guy. He comes with the whole box. He starts handing out blow pops to everybody like he's a fucking candy man.
Like he's Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Bob, it's a good the bathroom stinks because the line's fucking horrific, but the nice attendant and a nice assortment of accoutrement in the Billy's Yankee Stadium, the Billy's bathroom.
Oh yeah.
They got some nice stuff in there.
Yeah.
They got some nice but it's just it takes you a half hour to get in there.
They
That's
do.
the problem.
Audi Club's got something in the works, by the way.
Yeah, Audi Club's back.
Audi Club has got something in the room. So Audi Club is coming back for sure. But you're right about that. Billy's does have a really nice assortment there. And I love $20 is the tip for the whole bag. I said $20 for the whole bag. And then when you're handing out blow pops, you're the fucking man. Like you are.
Bob's done it multiple times now. He just walks around handing out blow.
I mean, strategically, it's a lot smarter than trying to like buy around the drinks for everybody because that's going to cost you fucking hundreds.
By the way, those are the rare
cost
times.
you $20.
Like there were times we had to do Bob to Sports, like a club appearance at like Riot House, whatever. We do love Riot House dearly. Clubs are the worst thing in the world. You can't hear anybody. You can't talk. Yeah, Perez loves him a club.
Dude, talk about a guy who I would never. You look at Perez, you speak to Perez, like before Perez became like this internet sensation. I would have never in my life. I would have pegged Perez as like a local watering hole, hole in the wall bar, shitty pub type of guy. This guy loves.
What's the show? What's a
bottle
movie
service at the club, man?
Where the two guys go to the club, baby, don't hurt me, and they're just
Night at the Roxbury.
Don't hurt.
Yeah, they gotta add Perez to the Night at the Roxbury.
Well, Perez doesn't mind. Like Perez can sit there in silence and just enjoy. Like Perez, like I need to talk. I need to have some type of dialogue, like at a dinner table. Yep. Perez can just sit there and just like sit there without saying anything and be at peace with that, which is why he likes the club. But you are right. I wouldn't expect.
I would never have pegged him.
Yeah, but I will say that also comes off as a shot. Like if you say like you look to me like a watering hole, dive bar type of guy.
I'm a watering hole type of guy.
I know what you're saying. He doesn't seem like a club guy. He loves the club.
Loves the club. He's like 50. He's like 50 Cent. He's up in the club all the time. There you go. Yeah. I mean, there you go. I mean, it's just,
He loves the glove.
Look at that photo, man. The ace of spades.
Dude. Dude, I know when we did the breezy in Chicago a couple years back, and you guys didn't come out. Joe, you did. Yeah, Joe, you definitely didn't come
You
out.
guys
Bob,
went
you
to
No.
Tao.
went to
I
town.
don't.
This guy was having the time of his life until that bill rolled up, man.
Oh.
That bill rolled up. He took a look at it. He goes, "Ugh." He just,
That's when he got his hole in one.
yes. So he was going out that day. He looked at that bill, dog. I mean, that's what I mean, though. The clubs like they charge the
Everything's-
upcharges on the
Oh.
bottles are just so insane, man.
Bottle of Grey Goose will cost you a ridiculous
know,
amount.
Insane.
If you do a nice gesture, like Perez is really, he's like taking, he told me he'll like go out and take care of the bill, which it's a really nice gesture, especially you're spending thousands of dollars. Nobody there really appreciates the gesture the way they do because they're so fucked up
Yeah.
that, and it's so loud and it's okay.
I'd rather do a big ass dinner.
Correct. You're going to get so much
Yeah.
more love if you do
Yeah.
it at the dinner
Oh.
table and say, I got taken care of. The love you'll get there compared to
Oh.
at a club is night and day.
By
Now,
the way,
see-
you could take like up to Rayo's or a nice restaurant, and you could go to like take care of the bill, and you're still going to save a shitload of money as opposed to the club.
yeah, yeah, it is true. All right. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it on moving forward. It's going to be an interesting one here. In honor of the Super Bowl being today, we're here recording on Sunday. We are going to be doing top 5 ever halftime show appearances. Joey D took it home last week. Brilliantly Dumb Show Tracker has got the tracker of going down. Mikey, I'm not taking a shot at you, but you need a dub. You had got the long-awaited dub. It's been it's been a long time. You're going back into the drought.
There's only so much I could do, Bob.
Oh.
There's only so much I could do, Bob. The odds are so stacked against me.
What
at
do
this
you mean
point.
stacked?
It's like,
That's
it's-
crazy. But no, Mikey, that's crazy.
I try to do the best I can with the information given, Bob. I can't do any more than that.
Look,
That being
I got
said-
spanked last week. I got
Yeah, you did.
absolutely
You did.
fucking annihilated. Joey D won it by a
I
landslide.
think I've won the last
Um,
2 or 3, by the way. I'm kind of catching the steam.
Back to back. So we're gonna do top 5 ever Super Bowl halftime appearances. We were saying like after the second round, it could get a little bit dicey. D-Man, where would you like to go?
I'll go in the 1 slot.
Going in the 1 slot. Okay, Mikey, you're up next.
I will take. I'll take 3, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with 2. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I mean, what other choice do you have, Bob? All right. So I guess I'm first. I think to me, this is the best and the most watched Super Bowl halftime. Really, a while ago, this happened, but I'm going to go with the Michael Jackson performance in 1993 in California. Fucking came out, really kind of like set the tone moving forward for the rest of the Super Bowl performance halftime shows. Michael Jackson at 1 for me.
Okay, give me Prince.
Yeah,
I thought that's what you were gonna go with, Joe, for sure.
me too. All right, I'm gonna take a recent one that I thought was spectacular. Give me Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg,
Yeah, that's
50
a good
Cent,
one.
Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige. That was 20 and Eminem. That was 2020,
Eminem too.
2022 Super Bowl halftime show. Eminem and all those guys. And then on the wraparound, I'm gonna take. They were tremendous. Also, a while back again. Give me U2. U2
Yeah.
had one of the best halftime performances of all time. I'll take U2 on the way back.
Yeah, give me the nip slip. Give me Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake halftime show.
I'll go with Shakira and Jennifer Lopez 2020.
I loved that one. I thought that was fucking awesome.
Shakira,
Yeah, that
J-Lo.
was really special.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna go with the Rolling Stones. I thought they were awesome too. That was 2006, I think. They had the coolest stage too. They had the lip. You remember that, Mikey? They had the actual
The
lips.
lips, yeah.
Yeah, that was so sick.
Okay. Give me the Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show.
Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show.
Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl halftime show. Give me the Coldplay Super Bowl Now it's gonna get a little dicey now, fellas.
I'll take the Chili Peppers and Bruno Mars.
That was solid too.
I'll
Um,
take I'll take Tom Petty on the way back. Tom Petty had one of the best Super Bowl halftimes ever. It's just that he followed the year after Prince, and I think that was the toughest act to follow. I think Prince was, in my opinion, the best one. But I got Tom Petty on the way back.
yeah, give me lock me in for Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
What are we on? By the way, what round are we on?
Fourth
I
round.
have
Fourth
two
round. This
picks
is
left.
Joe's last two picks.
And then I have one more.
Yes.
Okay.
I will go with. Damn, this is where it gets
Really, really dicey now, man.
slim pickings here, man. Give me Lady Gaga 2017.
Yeah.
I thought she was great. Oh, my last one. I think I'll go with Rihanna last
That's a great
2023.
one.
I thought she was awesome.
That was gonna be mine. I thought she was great too.
All right, Bob, and then Mikey V on the way back.
I like that Lady Gaga one was a
Yeah, it was really good.
I didn't mind that. Give me the Who.
When did they perform?
Years ago. I don't know what year it was.
2010.
Yeah.
Mikey,
Mikey, you're the last pick now.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey to close us. I don't know who's gonna win. I really don't.
It'll be interesting to hear the lists after.
I think Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Okay. Kendrick Lamar, this one should be interesting. I like when they get multiple acts in there.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Sometimes they don't
Tough to
announce
get
it.
somebody who could carry it by themselves. You know.
Yeah.
That's why Rihanna, I thought, was so good.
Mhm.
She has so many hits that like she just did her thing.
I mean, not, by the way, I'm not a big Not Like Us song. I think it's a little overrated. He's got some good stuff for sure, but I'd like to see multiple people in there. But Mikey, if you could go ahead and fire off the list, please.
Joe's got Michael Jackson, Shakira, J-Lo, Rolling Stones, Lady Gaga, Rihanna. Bob's got Prince, Janet Jackson, Coldplay, Bruce Springsteen, and The Who. I have the 2022 Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg. I got U2, the Chili Peppers and Bruno Mars, Tom Petty, and Paul McCartney.
Forgot that the Chili Peppers went with Bruno Mars. Super Bowl is for me another reason for me to post that Lady Gaga thing where I bet on the Super Bowl halftime show. Look, any excuse I can get for a repost, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna get. All right, that does it. Enjoy the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you. We love you. Big congrats again to Joey D and Nicole. That has been the Brilliantly Dumb Show. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next time. Take care. We love you as always. Like, comment, subscribe.